Hey, I guess you've tried everything with the law of attraction. Would you like to know how to use the law of attraction in order to manifest those little key things in order to progress forward? Stay tuned. So, welcome back. My name's Matt. I'm from Karma Holistics. Today, I want to speak about the law of attraction and manifestation, also gratitude. Now, I'm a transformational coach, and I've been doing this for a good part of 5 years now. And a lot of the time, what I've seen, and even where people have also fallen over, if that's the best way to put it, is that too many people are being focused upon making it happen. Now that's the important part. When you want it to happen so much, sometimes you're sending that negative energy and then holding back on the positive energy which comes in. Now there's many ways you can obviously make things happen. So for example, I had a client who followed The Secret, which is a really good book to watch or read. And what she did do, she moved her closet, arranged it for having a space where her partner or the loved one can have their own clothing as well, and also made space in the bed. She set one side of the bed for all this stuff to happen. Now that's really good that you're acting as if. That's a massive part to it, but there's a bigger part to the action. I call it a call to action within a law of attraction. Now this call to action is sometimes what Bruce Lee says is the art of fighting without fighting. And a part of my coaching process is just that. Sometimes you need to be aware of the problem or the challenge, but don't do anything in order to change it. Now so many times I've seen people, even today when I've spoken with a client, he's been so focused upon what this person is going to be like, when am I going to meet him, how is it going to come about, how many children am I going to have, how much money I'm going to have. And I always said, like, you know what troubled me about a lot of people is that they're focused upon the external. Now there's a saying I always say as well, it's like, how could you love somebody or say you love somebody if you don't begin to love yourself? And a big part of that is that if you, I won't say with a conceited way of loving yourself, but learn to love and understand who you are. Many people don't even know who they are. Many people don't like to look in the mirror and see who and what personalities they are about. Yes, we all know what colors we like. We also know what food we like. We also know what size shoes we are. They're just things. What I'm talking about is our own living personality. Now, our living personality is the reason what we're good at, our gifts, our powerful gifts. As Steve Harvey says, if you don't know your gifts, that the gifts that have been given to you by God, how the hell could you turn around and make it in any way in life? Now, you can turn around and just plod through in life and see what happens, but I always say there's two paths you can take. You can take the easy path, you can take the easy path, hard path. Now I know, easy path, hard path, but here you again, what? Easy path or easy path, hard path. Now the easy path is like you can plod along and just do the 9 to 5 to talk time sort of thing, and then you've got the easy path, hard path is where you accept these challenges, but you also be aware of how you can change it. For example, I was saying just the other day when I was working with someone, I said, like, you focus upon the things you don't have will bring more of the things you don't have. If you focus upon what you do have now, as we all know, it seems like this energy that I want more, or I'm happy with what I got, so therefore I want more, and more will come to you. The other part is that when you're acting as if and you spend so much time trying to act a certain way, there's a saying, fake it to make it. This can cause temperamental cataclysm problems further on down the line, because it's not about you just acting as if, You need to follow and feel the feeling. You need to look at, remember, for example, if you have parents who have a good relationship, you have friends who have a good relationship, spend time with them, see what makes them tick. What's the gazing that they look at each other, watch how they hold hands, watch how they, when they kiss, watch how they speak to each other. These little things are the key things which makes, for example, a strong lasting relationship or built finding the right partner. The other part is when you learn about any successful person, you don't necessarily just see what they've achieved. You have to look at how they went through and what their the failures are in order to really understand how they got over that failure. Now, many times, obviously, as Richard Branson said, he's had 1,000 failures and one good goal and one good result. And that's the point. Is like, just because you make it big one time doesn't mean all your other projects, all the other things you do, are going to be brilliant. Now, there's the other saying I say is like you got to spend hours and hours and hours being at your craft. So you need to focus upon what you want to do and really, really knuckle down and go for it. Put your mind down for it, and almost don't listen to the words, the what people are saying around you. If you've got your gift, if you've got your God-given gift, if you can do something which makes you happy, and you're good at it, and you can do it without money, then it will manifest and you become successful. Let me phrase it a bit more. When you got your gifts and you're just natural at it, you don't need to pay to do it. I'm naturally good at talking to people. I'm good at mixing with people. I'm good at mixing it and bonding with people. That's just my gift. So with that, I help people to feel at ease a lot more. That's just my gift. But I'm not a massive academic, so I'm not going to go and turn around and say that I can understand algebra or law or anything like that. But I can learn about it. But I am not brilliant at it. My gifts, you put me in a room with people I don't know, I will make friends. My dad always says, like, you drop me in the middle of the desert, I come back with buckets of water, or if you drop me in Iceland, I come back with sand. It's just, I can create miracles out of pretty much nothing. Now, at the end of the day, that's just not down to me, because my abilities are pulled in from the Creator. The Creator helps me find my gift and realize my gift. I spent hours and hours meditation, focusing, fine-tuning what I'm meant to do. And in some ways, I won't say I'm obsessed. I would say that I'm a perfectionist. I like to make sure things are just right. And sometimes, even when I'm doing stuff and I'm working with people, that things just don't seem to be going my way or the way I see it, then I'd rather redo it again. Like my partner always saying, it's like, if it's your way or the highway. But the reality is, she said, I don't work well with people, and I do work well with people, but I just said, I know that if I work with certain people, I want them to do it the way I see how Karnic, for example, should be. Like when I done my music and I was working with Top Control, I would say to my producer and say, like, look, this is what I want it to sound like. These are the beats I want. This is the feeling I want in the tune, because the lyrics and the dance moves are based around that. Brother would go off, who is my producer, go away, put together a couple bars, a couple ideas, and I'll go, nah, it's just not good feeling. And it could be just a hook that I need to keep playing over and over, and that's what shifts everything. And that's how I've always sat from the age of, I think, 8 upwards. I've always been that way. Now, so at the end of the day, I know, if you know instinctively what you're good at. Like, for example, I know this butcher. He's an amazing butcher. He knows exactly what a good piece of meat looks like, what a good piece of meat should taste like. I know this chef who knows exactly what a meal should be tasting like, and what it should be cooked at the time. He doesn't even have to have a timer. He puts it in the oven. He goes off, and it's almost like he says, I just know, I could be in another part of the building, but I just know when the meal's just cooked to perfection, and it'll come and it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. I got another friend, I got an old friend from college. He's an amazing photographer. Whenever time he sees a beautiful woman or a beautiful man or beautiful scenery, he has to stop. He's really quite annoying sometimes. He just stops and photographs it, or he will just stop and just encapsulate it. His work is really amazing. George Eo is a very good friend of mine and a very talented artist as a photographer. I can go on, the list goes on about people who have found their gift and then developed it. Now, what's important is what you find your gift and what you do with your gift and how you can develop it. And well, when you use the law of attraction, when you have your gift, it's almost that you know what you want. It's a knowing. You just know that you're going to achieve something. I was speaking to my son the other day, and he said to me that if I want to achieve, he goes, if something doesn't happen for me, then I know it's not what God wants for me, and it's not part of my gift. But if I want something, I know one way or another something will present itself for me, or something would happen, and then I would have to do something else, and then it will come about. And he manifests things, some great things over the years, and it's beautiful to see both my children achieving these things, achieving goals and ambition in life. And it's not necessarily to say that they have to be talented, as in they have to be academically smart. You know, they are the very smart young men, but they do have one thing, and they do have that tenacity and that moxie, that vest for life that says, I want to do this. My stepson Chris, he would see something. He would be out and he would want to design something. Like, he's a very good carpenter. He would go, okay, well, that's the way it should look, and I think I should work at this. It just needs, and he would just be like some kind of architect, and he would just know exactly where it was and how it should sit. Now, these individual people, for me, as I've seen them developing over a period of time, not basically academically smart, but very talented. And I know you stick to that, you keep hours and hours and hours of beating at your craft, you will do great things. And you got to keep the faith and keep looking up to the Creator, because He will be blessing you. The other thing is as well, which we forget, is like gratitude. We forget how good we are, and what we've been given. And we've been given many things. You know, I've been blessed with a beautiful home, a beautiful fiance, a beautiful job. You know, you guys, Karnak, the things around me, which sometimes you may take for granted. But every day I'm always made that point and saying thank you so much. You know, not just for the aesthetic things around me, but me being me. I'm not happy with the way my body is, but that's my fault, not his fault. I abuse this body, and now I'm learning to love myself, because I'm learning to love him. And as I learn to love him more, I'll respect myself, because if I can respect him and love him, he's given me gifts, and I learn to respect and love what I've got. Like, he's given me my fiance, I learn and I love and I respect her, whatever she wants to go to do, and she develops, and she you know, there's a saying, behind every strong man is a strong woman, and behind every strong woman is a strong man. And that's a fact, because if we can't love our women and love our men and love our partners, what else is there? How can our children see, why can they have a role model? And they need that role model around us. That's where the manifestation comes in, that's where the law of attraction comes in. So everything you do is being watched by your children. And everything I manifested and I put out there, and I said this, my son says the exact same words I used to say when I was in a state of creation. Now, there's a state of creation. State of creation is when you're in your mind and your heart, and you're really focused upon what you want to do and what you want to achieve. Then there's the other aspects where you're living in a world of expectation. You've done a creation, you're just waiting for it to arrive. And you're sitting in peace. And I love the saying, an airline ticket, you buy an airline ticket, you just wait for you to go on holiday. You don't keep buying an airline ticket just in case you may miss your flight. You don't order an Uber and then you keep all phoning an Uber company, making sure that they come in. You get your response to say that they were on their way, and when they arrive, they're there. You don't turn around and then try to rebook it again. You don't put your food in the oven, turn it on and start cooking it, and then take it out, keep turning it on just to make sure to see if it's cooking. You know it's done. Then you've done a creation. When it's cooking and it's cooked, and it's in the process of cooking, you're living in the world of expectations. You know instinctively that it's been cooked or it's cooking. And when it's done, it may ping, or you may get a smell. One of your senses will be triggered, and then you would have a knowing. Once you've tasted it, you pull out, you taste the food, you go, not right, another 5 minutes. So you go back to expectation. You warm up the oven again, put the food back in, and you keep on going, and you go to the process until what happens? It's manifested. It's manifested. And for that short time, I just wanted to just pause, because that's the key bit, is that pause. And I feel with us as humans, we fear that silence. That silence. And in essence as well, behavioural, we struggle with allowing and accepting and living in the world of expectations. We feel we should keep doing more, keep pushing, keep striving to try and make things happen. And really, all we just need to do is just, you know what? Yes, it's chill. Now, I hope that's helped, because manifestation and the law of attraction is really powerful, and you can achieve so much when you get it right. Please, 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 please leave comments below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. One more thing, stay blessed, stay safe, namaste.